students, have you prepared the real numbers chapter? Now tell me, can you solve these real number questions without making a silly mistake? If yes, then drop your final score in the comments and let's see how many of you are getting the full marks. In this question, we have to find the LCM and HCF of 0 and 5. LCM means lowest common multiple. See, what is that lowest common multiple of 0 and 5? If I see 0, what is the next multiple of 0? Again 0. Again the next multiple of 0 is 0 only. And so on. Means doesn't matter how many multiples I am finding, it will always be 0, right? But if we talk about the 5, right? What is the next multiple of 5? It will be 10. What is the next multiple of 5? It will be 15. And it will go on increasing as it is, right? Is there a possibility that there will be a common multiple? Not possible, because it will always be 0 and it can never be 0, right? So what is the lowest common multiple? That is not possible here, right? That we can't determine here. Now coming to the HCF. HCF means the factor. Okay, let's see the HCF now. If I check the factor of 0 and factor of 5, what are the factors of 5? Because 5 is a prime number. So for a prime number, two factors are there, 1 and the number itself. Means factor, you can see like this, that what are those numbers which can divide a given number. Suppose I am asking about the factor of 5, means I have to search those number which can divide 5. What are those numbers? 1 can divide 5, right? 5 can divide 5 completely, right? Is there any other number possible? No. Okay. Now coming to 0. What is that number that can divide 0 completely? All numbers can divide, na? See, if I divide 0 by 1, I am getting 0. Completely divisible. I am dividing 0 by 2. I am getting 0 again. I am getting 0 by 5. I am getting 0. Means 0 is divisible by all the numbers. So what are the factors of 0? All the numbers are factors of 0. Either it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on, right? But they are asking about the highest common factor. Means the factor should be common in this and this, right? 1 is common, 5 is also common, right? But they are asking us the highest common. Highest one is 5. So the HCF of 0 and 5 is 5. But when we talk about the LCM we can't define, right? Because there is no possibility that the multiple of 0 and multiple of 5 can be a same thing. Clear? Coming to the next question. Suppose I have to find the LCM and HCF of 1 and 5. Now how to find the LCM of 1 and 5? 1 and 5. LCM means good, the common multiple. See the multiple here. Next multiple of 1 will be this. Next multiple will be 3. Next multiple will be 4. Next multiple will be 5 and so on. It will go on increasing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. But when we talk about the 5, right? The first multiple is 5 itself. Then we have the 10. We have the 15 and so on. It will go on increasing, right? If I ask you what is that multiple that is common and the lowest as well. See, 2 not possible, 3, 4. So 5 is that number, na? 5 is a multiple of 5 as well as 5 is a multiple of 1. So the lowest common multiple or the LCM here for 1 and 5 will be 5 only. Good. Now coming to the HCF. HCF means, as we already discussed, those numbers which can divide a given number. Suppose I am talking about 1. What are the factors of 1? What are those numbers which can divide 1? Only 1 can divide 1, right? No? If I am dividing it by 2, it is not completely dividing it, right? But same thing for 5. What are the factors of 5? 1 and 5. Now they are asking about the highest common factor. That factor which is common in these two and should be the highest. So that is 1, right? So the HCF of 1 and 5 is 1. Alright. So the LCM of 1 and 5 is 5, but the HCF of 1 and 5 is 1 only. So be careful with these type of questions, because the CBSE now has announced that 50% weightage will be of the competency based questions now, right? So in these type of questions, your basic should be clear. Alright. Now coming to the next type. Okay. Because we are dealing with the real numbers. Okay, real numbers also include the irrational numbers as well, right? So they may ask us the LCM of irrational numbers as well. Let's find the LCM of root 2 and root 3. Root 2 and root 3. LCM means common multiple, and that should be the lowest. What is the next multiple of root 2? That will be 2 root 2. Next multiple will be 3 root 2. I will multiply it with 3, right? Then 4 root 2, then 5 root 2, and so on, right? But when we talk about the multiple of root 3, it will be good 2 root 3, then 3 root 3, then 4 root 3, and so on, right? But see, is there any possibility they will be common? Because this will have a term root 2 with it. This will have a term root 3 with it, right? So there is no possibility that they will have anything common. So again, it can't be determined because there is nothing common, right? So the LCM does not exist for root 2 and root 3. Clear? Coming to the next one. But if the irrational numbers are root 2 and root 8, let's find their LCM. Okay, let's check. Root 2 can be the multiple of root 2 is, okay, 2 root 2. The next multiple will be 3 root 2, then 4 root 2, and then 5 root 2, right? Same thing for root 8. Root 8 will be 2 root 8, then 3 root 8, and so on, right? But see, if I see 2 root 2 and root 8, can't I write root 8 as 2 root 2? They are the same, right? So what is the lowest common multiple? It is common in both these two and multiple as well. So LCM of root 2 and root 8 exists, and that is 2 root 2. Clear? Or we can say root 8 is the LCM of root 2 and root 8. Clear? Now coming to the next one. If I ask you the LCM of root 2 and root 6, what will be the answer? Okay, let's find. Again the same thing. Multiples of root 2 I have to find. First multiple will be root 2, then 2 root 2, then 3 root 2, then 4 root 2, and so on. For root 6 it will be root 6, 2 root 6, 3 root 6, and 4 root 6, and so on. Is there any possibility that they will have something common? No, there will be no common multiple here. So again, for this as well, no LCM exists. Clear? Come to the next one. Okay, what about the fractions now, or what about the rational numbers now? If the normal rational numbers are there, like for the whole numbers, for the integers, we know how to find the LCM. But what if we have the fractions? See, whenever we have the fractions now, so their LCM will be LCM of the numerator divided by HCF of the denominator. Alright. What is the LCM of 3 and 7? 3 and 7, the LCM is 21. And HCF, what is common in 5 and 10? That is 5. So the LCM of these two numbers will be 21 by 5. And when we talk about the HCF, HCF will be HCF of the numerator divided by LCM of the denominator, right? Now see what we are doing. When we are finding the LCM, in the numerator we are doing the LCM, but opposite we are doing in the denominator, right? When we are finding the HCF in the numerator, I am taking the HCF, but for the denominator I am taking the opposite of it, or the LCM, right? So HCF of numerator is 3 and 7. What is common? Both are coprime numbers, so 1 is common. And LCM of 5 and 10 is 10. So this will be the HCF. Clear? Now solve this question. So So far now we have discussed how to find the LCM and HCF of rational numbers, irrational numbers, the fractions, everything, right? Now we can find the LCM and HCF of any number with 0 as well, any number with 1 as well, right? Now coming to this type of question, they are saying, is it possible that HCF and LCM of two numbers be 24 and 540 respectively? Okay, now how to solve these type of questions? What is HCF? HCF means the factor, okay, the factor, right? The highest common factor. Highest common factor is, suppose I have two numbers x and y, right? And I am saying h is the HCF of these two. H is the HCF means if I try to write x, then I can write x like h into a, means h will be a factor there, h will be a multiple there. Y can be written as HB, means h will be a multiple there, right? If I try to find their LCM, how to find? H into A into B, that will be the LCM. Yes or no? Means every time whenever I am writing LCM, the HCF will always be there. Okay, suppose, let me help you out in this. Suppose I have two numbers, like 3 is one number and another one number is 15, right? Suppose it is given that HCF of these is 3, right? HCF is 3, it means, okay, I'm taking this as 6, right? HCF is 3. HCF is 3 means 3 will be a factor of this number as well, 3 will be a factor of this number as well, okay? And not only the factor, it will be the highest common, means if I remove this 3 from this number as well as from this number, whatever will be left, that will be co-prime numbers. Okay, what I am saying, suppose I try to write 6 in the multiple of 3. So it will be 3 into 2 and it will be 3 into 5. I am saying if I take the HCF common, whatever is left, these two numbers will be co-prime for sure. Clear? The 2 and 5 will not have anything common, because whatever is the common, that I have already taken, because it is the highest common thing between them. So whatever will be left, that will be co-prime numbers. Hope this is clear. Okay, if I try to find their, suppose these two numbers are written 3 into 2 and 3 into 5. Okay, and I am asking you, just tell me the LCM. LCM means take the highest power of 3, that is 3 to the power 1, 2 and 5, means anyhow whatever is common in these two, that will be there as well, means HCF will always be there with the LCM. Clear? But see in this question what's there? LCM is 540, right? And HCF is 24. I need to check if in the LCM one of the factor HCF is there or not, right? Just divide them. Every time just try to divide. If HCF can divide the LCM, then yes, it is possible. Otherwise, no, it is not possible, right? When we try to divide them, what I am getting? They are not completely divisible, right? Just divide them. Getting 6 here. Okay, 135 by 6 not divisible, so it means it is not possible. Clear? So the simple trick here is, whenever HCF is given, LCM is given, and we have to check whether it is possible to have this LCM or HCF, then just divide LCM by HCF. If you are getting a complete divisible thing, it means yes, it is possible, otherwise no, it is not possible, because we know one of the factor of LCM will be the HCF. Clear? Coming to the next question. See this question, very interesting question. You just have to think a bit, right? In this question, what is given? That the sum of three non-zero prime numbers, means three prime numbers are there, okay, and their sum is 100. It means if I let three numbers be A, B and C, then their sum is given as 100, right? Okay, it is also given that one of the them exceeds the other by 36, means one number is greater than the other by 36. If A is the number, suppose B is such that it is greater than A by 36, right? I can write like that? Yes or no? Alright. It means if I try to solve this equation, I can write like 2A plus C equals to 36. When shift to this side, it will be 100 minus 36 means 64. Any doubt? Now I have to find the largest number. I just have this equation that twice of a prime number plus a number equals to 64. Okay. Now how to find what are the numbers? Now see. Can you just tell me how I am getting 64 as a sum? If I am saying the first term, 2 into A, 2 times any number, whether it is prime or non-prime, right? First thing, prime is given, prime into 2, any number into 2. Will it be even or odd? Always even. Okay. Now tell me one more thing. If it is even, and at last I am getting even, right? So even plus what gives me even? If I am adding even and even number, then I will get even, na? If I am writing even plus odd number, it will never give me even, it will always give me odd. Hope this is clear, right? Because if I am adding 20 plus 4, right? I am getting 24, always even number. But even number, suppose I am adding 3 to it, I will get 23, always odd number, right? So even plus even will give me even, no? Now if first number is even, what should be the second number such that my final answer is even? Good, it should also be even. So now tell me, but it is also given that all the three numbers are prime numbers. What is that prime number which is even? Only 2 is the number, na? It means the value of C is nothing but 2, because 2 is the only even prime number. Okay, I know the value of C now. Can I find the value of A now? Yes. So it will be 2A plus 2 equals to 64. It means the value of A will be 64 minus 2, that is 62. So A is 31. The value of A is 31. The value of C is 2. What is the value of B? B was how much? A plus 36, right? So it will be 31 plus 36. It means 67. So what is the biggest number out of these three? 67. So 67 will be the answer. Alright. The questions are same. You just have to think a bit, because in our lower grades we have learned this thing as well. Even plus even gives us even. Even plus odd gives us odd. Odd plus odd also gives us even. Okay. We have to make use of it. Okay. And there is only one even prime number, right? All other prime numbers are odd except 2. Clear? Hope you liked the video. If yes, then hit the like button, subscribe the channel and follow for more such videos. Thank you.
Like and subscribe.